Your name?
Taylor Ritchie.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain is $4,794, cost of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $4,964.
As of today, I am caught up on the payment arrangement that I made with them. I paid $16.11 today, and I paid $14.35 on the 16th of January. I have those receipts with me as well.
So how much did you pay on the 6th?
On the 16th,
Yeah.
$14.35.
How much? 14?
$1,435.
Okay. And then you paid an additional how much?
$1,611 today.
Today? So you probably don't have today's payment, counsel, but
The last payment I have is from December 22nd.
I have both of the receipts for the 16th and today. I checked.
I'm just going to tell you, she did say, because she was here on the 6th, she was before me on the 16th. And there was going to be a payment by the 22nd, and she did say something about making another payment. So, I mean.
I did make those payments.
No, it's okay.
But I did check the website as well, and the balance is currently down to $1,748.
How much?
$1,748.
That's a huge difference from what you gave me.
It is. I'm showing a balance of $49,964.
I believe you. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. When's the next, how much is your monthly rent?
$1,489, I believe.
Okay, and so you're gonna,
87, sorry.
so you're gonna pay that when? you think?
My grandma, she said that she would loan me the money so I can get that paid in time. And then I start a new
You're gonna
job.
take grandma's money? No, go ahead.
Temporarily,
This is
temporarily.
my business. Go ahead.
And then I start a new job on the 2nd. So on Monday, I get paid on the 13th, as well as I am waiting for my tax refund to hit my account.
Oh, you got a
I'll
plan. You
cut it off.
have all kinds of plans.
I do.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn your case out to the 13th.
Okay.
2026 at 3?
Yes.
At 3 p.m. Okay, hopefully they'll get that ledger that they're giving council caught up. You make your payment, your February's got to be paid, but I don't mind mixing that in because it sounds like you have a plan to get that paid in time.
Yes. I do.
All right?
If I may,
I do.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
if you pay it before the 13th, we'll dismiss the case.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get everything paid off by the 13th, the case goes away.
I should have it paid by then.
Okay, with grandma's help,
Yes.
right? Okay, all right. You take care, young
Thank
lady. Have a great weekend. Court does call the case of Haverhill on Clark versus Myra South.
Timothy Procco for the plaintiff.
Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
Myra South.
All right. And where are we on her case?
Current rent to retain, Your Honor, is $7,554.78, cost of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $7,724.78.
How are we gonna get this done? You went to Hawk and Jewish Family Services last time, right?
And SOS, correct. However, it has to be down to 3,000. I have paid 1,700 so far this month. And then,
When did you pay that?
so my most recent, I want to say, was maybe Monday of 1,000. And then it was 700, like maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Okay. And how much is your monthly rent?
1712, I believe.
So if that comes off, then what's gonna end up happening, you're gonna be right at this figure going into February.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay, when's the next time you can make a payment?
So I already made like a agreement with my leasing office.
Okay.
So every 2 weeks is when I pay. So my next payment will be next week of $700. And then I plan on getting my income tax and paying it off with the help of Hawk too. So I'm gonna try and pay
So, right,
much
so
as I
you're gonna
can.
try to get yourself under 3,000
exactly.
and then, okay.
Yeah. And then I've been in communication with, I want to say her name is Angela Johnson. And so she told me I need to at least come up with 2,000 because there's other organizations that could help. So that's what I've been trying to try to do. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to adjourn her case out. Counsel, I'm a little bit concerned. This is now the second or third day it's come up and said they made an agreement with the leasing office. And I'm a little bit unclear as to what that agreement is.
So it's a oh, you said, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's a payment plan. So,
Right, but
okay.
So, Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah.
There's a form that the residents can fill out to request a payment plan. It doesn't necessarily mean it's been accepted.
Got it.
I'm aware of one today that's been accepted. The others have not, as far as I know. But if you're going to adjourn it, sorry, that's what I know.
Okay.
well, no, don't turn on. Why did you turn on him like that?
I wasn't
Why
looking
he's trying to explain to me?
I was
Why
looking
you she doesn't take the man down.
No,
Yes,
sir.
yes, no, you just.
I don't want no parts.
I don't want to be treated like that. I'll stay at home.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to get into that.
No.
Wow.
Your Honor, if you want to adjourn it to the 13th, try to work that out in the meantime.
I will. I'll adjourn it to February 13th, 2026, 3 p.m.
Okay.
You try not to pick up a case between now and then.
Oh, you know what? I have seen you so many times since last year. I was homeless all of 2024. I was pulled over in a park, sleeping in my park in a car, sleeping in a park in my car, found my pistol. I just dealt with you end of November. So I'm paying for. This is a whole stemmer case. I lost my job in the meantime. Now I'm back on my feet, and I just hope that all this crap is over and done with. And I love seeing your beautiful smile, but I don't like being here. I work midnights. I'm trying to get my business running, and I don't have time for this. So
it's like, I like you, Judge, but not.
But I don't, not for this.
Yeah,
I'll have
right.
dinner somewhere, but I don't know. But okay, thank you so much.
All right, my dear. You
All right.
take care of yourself. Have a great weekend.
You as well, thank you.
Oh, you involved too? Thank you. Haverhill on Clark versus Emmanuel Ware III.
Timothy Proctor for the plaintiff. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name?
Emmanuel Ware.
All right, take your hands out of your pockets, please. And what do you have, Owen?
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Ware and I've had the chance to discuss. We've agreed to enter into a consent judgment for possession only. Rent to retain is $10,860.60. Cost of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $11,030.60. Where it's indicated he can pay that on or before February 9th, 2026, which we're requesting or agreed is the writ date. Partial payment would not prevent issue of writ. We have both signed the consent judgment if the court is so inclined.
All right. Is that a correct statement, sir?
Yes, sir. He signed it. You did. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you can get that all paid by then?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were apprised of your rights to your 3-day
Yes, sir.
rights. Okay. Any questions you have regarding this?
No, sir.
All right. Court will enter the judgment
Thank you.
in that amount for possession. Thank you. Is that it for you? I think that was it. Thank you, sir.
Have a great weekend.
You do the same. Syed Hussan versus Obey El Ahmad. Court does call the case of the people of state of Michigan versus Matthew Wheeler.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Laura Boneberg, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Judge Larry Margolis, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Wheeler. Please state your name.
Good afternoon, Judge. My name is Matthew John Wheeler.
All right, this is your motion, Mr. Margolis.
Thank you, Judge. Where would you like me to stand, Your Honor?
Wherever you'd like, sir.
I don't know why I like the podium, but let's try that. Judge, we are seeking to have the bond reduced in this matter. It's set at $150,000 cash or surety. It's not something that Mr. Wheeler is able to make. He is a 44-year-old resident of Washtenaw County, has lived his whole life. I say that initially because in the bond, I have the arraignment where his lawyer at the time said he has no family in the area, and the magistrate said that he may be a flight risk. I wanted just to correct the record on that because his family, the entire family except for his brother, lives in the state of Michigan, lives in the directly in the Metro Detroit area. His father is in the courtroom today. His brother, who came in from Maryland, is in the courtroom today as well. Mr. Wheeler was taken into custody in this case on October 15th, and he stayed in custody since that time. As I said, he has very, very strong ties to this community, and he is not a risk of flight whatsoever. He has no reported criminal history, Your Honor. He has a long and positive employment history. He's been employed as a martial arts instructor, and that's where the allegations arose from. But he's been employed there since 2010 when he was an instructor, and then he took ownership of the school in 2022. So for 15, give or take, years, he's been teaching at that location. This is the first allegation that arose. He's been working with kids throughout that time. He has a lot of positive support. I've attached some letters of reference for Your Honor, and I can go through those, but I obviously don't need to. I've been getting more emails to my office. What can I do to help this individual? I was walking into court this afternoon. Attorney Jonathan Sachs said, "Larry, come here." He brings me over. He says, Mr. Wheeler has been coaching or teaching my son for years. Do you need me to stay around? And I said, yes, as long as you can. But then he had to go. He said, please use my name to the court. This man has standing in this community is what I'm trying to tell the court. He's very close to his family. He's a caring son and brother. He's highly disciplined and respectful of others. His mother would be here. He cares for his mother in large part. She is aging and not well. She wanted to be here, but she's at Chelsea Hospital right now. So she is sending her support from afar. As far as him being a danger to the community, Judge, he's not. Again, he's lived in this community his whole life. This is his first criminal charge lifetime. He's actively involved with his defense. He would do nothing to jeopardize it. And we're seeking to have Your Honor reduce this to either a 10% in a lower amount that the family can make. There are conditions that can be placed upon him. So we're asking Your Honor to modify that bond. And I'll defer to the people at this time.
Response.
Your Honor, I wrote in my motion that I am asking that bond remain as set. I reviewed and charged this case and originally requested a $50,000 bond, and Magistrate Odetella, of his own volition, set the bond at $150,000 because he thought that that was appropriate. The victim in this case, the assaults and the grooming started when she was 12. She started training in martial arts when she was 6. Defendant was someone that she very much trusted and admired and looked up to, and the allegations are that he took advantage of that and of a child, began grooming her and assaulting her when she was 12, and then 3 days after the most recent incident, she reported it and told her mom what was happening, what had been happening. He touched her breasts, her thighs, her vagina, and this was when they were alone together, either in his vehicle or at the martial arts studio. Also made, several concerning statements to her, like that the age gap isn't that bad. I have concerns given that, yes, these are the first allegations, but his job is essentially direct access to children. I have concerns, obviously, given the report of this child, and I think that the bond is appropriately set at this time, especially given that the magistrate saw it, that it was even more serious than I requested. and increase it to $150,000 on his own. So I'm going to request that bond remain as it is set.
Briefly. Judge, Mr. Wheeler denies any of the sexual allegations that this young person is making. He has been working with children and adults for 15 years. He had been working with this individual for 8.5 years, and in her own statement, she says that there was some touching that happened, and then she continued to stay for the next 20 months. There's a lot of facts.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what you're asking me to make out of that, Mr. Margolis.
Only that there's one person who's alleging this, and that one person continued to stay at the dojo.
Yeah, but this isn't a circumstance. Well, it's a child that then she doesn't remove her. She's not in a position to remove herself, right?
Well, I mean, she rose up and became a coach, and she was very involved. That's all I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that you're making it sound as though this is an individual who this is going on, or is at least alleging that this is going on, and chose to stay. I mean, she's a child, so the reality is she's going to be there until such time as she has the fortitude to tell her parents, because they're the ones that are going to take her out, right? I mean, or are you saying something different?
No, I'm not gonna quabble, or is that the word? I don't think it's important to contest that point with the court. How's that?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what's your statement, how I'm supposed to take your statement that this is occurring to her and that she stayed. What am I supposed to do with that notion that she stayed? Because I think she stays, it's my presumption, unless you know something different, is that she stays because she can't or doesn't tell her parents, so then she's not taken out.
I didn't get that impression from my review of her statement and the discovery, Judge. I got the impression that she stayed because she said it was her whole life. The dojo and the dojo community was her whole life, I think, is what I recall the statement being that I reviewed this afternoon.
Okay.
The point is that I'm trying to make is that there's a PPO in place. Once she stopped going, there was no problems with him, with Mr. Wheeler, trying to get her to come back or going to the house or anything like that. He's a respectful person. He's a good person, Judge, and he denies this. And so all I'm asking is for his presumption of innocence to be, upheld, allow him to get the benefit of the doubt without, there's no evidence other than her statement, which is common in these cases, as Your Honor well knows. Again, he's been in this community, contributing to this community. That's why I attached, for Your Honor, all the reports, the Quest references. Quest has changed my life. An amazing experience. Our kids love spending time at Quest. So we have a community of children that have had great experiences. And yes, we've had this one that is now making these allegations, but it's probable cause. He's never been in trouble in his life. He's college educated. His family's here in support. He has a close family. I'm just asking for him to be given a reasonable bond such that we can work together on the outside.
What would he, presuming he were released, is he going to continue to operate this business or what?
So he doesn't have to, if the court were to release him, there are conditions He should not, if there are court such as like, okay, let's not allow him to be around kids unsupervised. That's an easy one. There's been no, I mean, this
Well, but that's not an easy one. Because, I mean,
as a condition.
as I read, because I pulled the swear to
Mm-hmm.
and the other thing, and then as I'm reading this, I mean, there's an indication that somehow or another he's this child. Why is that occurring? I mean, I get
No, it's a great question.
Teacher.
Yep. So the family only had one car. He was close with mom and the family too. So the family would rely on him for transportation for a long period of time. This was a family that had been at the dojo. And these are small, tight-knit communities. And so this was a family that was at the dojo for 8.5 years. And so they had one car. And so mom would request that he assist in the transportation. And he would. That's why, to answer the court's question.
So the other part of that, though, is that, so if I were to release him or he were released, he would go back into the same environment to work?
Not necessarily. I think the lease has now been gone. He has other abilities. He also has another job doing something else. I forget exactly what it was. What was the other job? Yeah, he also was working at a warehouse doing shipping and receiving to make